speaking of amphibians, I got my little buddy Stevie here.
Okay.
Now he's definitely wet and slimy,
Yeah,
so
I
we're
was
gonna
just
have to hold him too much, but he's a cutie. And he's a tiger salamander. He's actually found here in Manitoba.
Okay.
And they're an amphibian. And they start off just like most amphibians, eggs, little tadpoles. They grow into a larval stage where he's got more of a thick tail, like a paddle for being underwater. He actually has gills and can breathe underwater, and they live underwater for a while. Then they go through a metamorphosis, and they actually lose their gills. Their tail changes into more of this roundish tail, and they emerge from the water and start living on the land. They've got these really cool cousins. They're called oxalotls. They're found in Mexico.
Okay.
They're pretty much extinct in the wild due to pollution in the lake that they were found, unfortunately.
Sad.
But in captivity, they're doing great. One of the main reasons is scientists are using them for research because they can grow back parts of their limbs.
Well, that can come in handy.
Yeah, like arms gone, here comes arm, part of their brain, everything. Because what they want to do is,
I've heard about that actually.
yeah, like if an army veteran blows off their arm, they want to be able to come back and grow a new arm. So
course.
that's what they're doing. And from a pet standpoint, they're pretty neat. They look like these little water dragons. So they have gills, and they never leave the water. So they stay in that water larval stage, which is kind of cool. Big paddle tail, they just smile and hang around. So they're not one you can play with because they're more like having a fish, but they're
Yeah.
pretty interactive. You can feed them worms and they like to come out and they'll follow your finger along. So they're pretty neat little ones that people like.
Look at him go.
Yeah, this is a
He
guy
looks so
that
chill,
again,
like a
you
big
wouldn't.
smile on his face.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he's always looking here, so you get a little smile that way. Right? So this is one that you typically wouldn't have as a pet here in Manitoba. You can have salamanders, but you're not technically supposed to have local species as pets.
Oh.
They don't want you to go outside and take animals. More so the concern is making money off of them. So if I was to try and sell him or making money by using education out of him, that's not something you want. If a kid goes and grabs a garter snake or has a frog, conservation's probably not going to worry about it too much, though it is still technically illegal. But they just don't want people going and trying to sell stuff on Kijiji like that, poaching down the states happening with so many animals. But this was one that was found in someone's basement, I think. It was up near Thompson.
Okay.
And it was already winter, so they couldn't just go releasing it outside. So it got to the Thompson pet store, who we take a number of animals from. So they called us and said, hey, do you want the salamander? I said, sure, we'll take care of him. So we'll see what happens come spring. We'll either maybe release him, find a nice place for him to go and enjoy, or see if our friends over at Prairie Wildlife or the Wildlife Haven might want to add him to their education crew. We'll see. But
Does he have a name?
Stevie.
Oh,
Stevie, yeah.
Stevie Jr.
He's pretty cute. All right, let's get him in his slimy box.